let's go.
Alright, saying that it's live now, it's all good.
Yeah. We should be live now.
Right. I just mentioned this. Alright. I guess people are thinking that,
someone...
huh? Oh.
Someone
Creepy's
thinks
in the
you're...
chat.
wait, never mind.
Yeah, I just noticed that Creepy was in the chat, yeah.
Yeah,
God,
the
I've been
first
having
message
people...
I saw was, "Hi, creepy," so I was like, is he thinking that either of us' voice is actually Creepy Ninja's voice? No.
I think he has a specific accent that none of us can really sort of replicate, so...
I mean, yeah. Okay, I gotta change the stream title, actually, but I can't do that. I think I don't have the permissions to do that anymore. I used to, though.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my god, that is so typically Ray, and at the wrong time too.
Oh my god. Ray, I think, is just gonna be in a whole bunch of funny stuff, I think.
Like,
that's
Ray
good.
is just extremely forgetful, and it really doesn't help him at all.
He's working on one brain cell. At least that one brain cell is doing him good.
Okay, yeah, I don't think I can fix the stream title, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Unless maybe I still have the credentials for the TRS channel itself, then I probably can. I'm gonna try that, actually.
Alrighty then.
So yeah, the players this time around are Hiro, who has 8 billion with Aya Autumn on Lunatic, and Benren, who, as far as I know, uses Summer. I'm not 100% sure on that one, though. And the Western player is Mario, who uses Spring.
Interesting on how there's like people that score with summer and spring, honestly. I honestly thought that it was all the autumn show from here.
Well, yeah, most people just use autumn. There are people who have learned to score other seasons, and basically autumn is very different from all the other seasons. And other seasons are a bit more similar to scoring other games.
Oh, alright. Well, I guess that goes to how, like, big HSiFS is in terms of its shot types, then. Like,
yeah, so
it's
actually
probably going to
autumn
be...
is the weird one.
Autumn's a weird one, but it's also the most notable because it's, like, for how high it scores and just how much utility it has.
And yes, that's true. You need 6 billion with Aya to get Ice Core, but that's very easy for Hiro, so he will absolutely have no issues with that. as for spring, Ray will need at least like 3 billion to get ice score. It depends on which character he's using, which I don't actually know. Like, say he's using Cherno, I think he will need 3.3 or maybe 3.2. I'm not sure, but it's in the 3 to 3.3 range. That's what he needs.
All right then.
And yes, that's true. Hiro has over 8 billion. I'm not sure what Benren's best score is. I don't really know the player well.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I'm sort of like getting an idea about all these players a little bit more just from like your explanations from it because like I believe I have seen I think I have seen Hero's sort of stuff before, and I've seen well, at least I've sort of seen some of Ray's replays also. Like I think I mistook him for being in the SA scoreboard on Royal Player when no, it's actually HSiFS that I might have saw him in. But yeah, I don't really have much of an idea about Benren myself, aside from the fact that he might play Summer.
Oh, it looks like I forgot to turn off capture cursor. Haha. There we go. It's off now.
Alrighty then.
Although I won't be moving the cursor during the stream anyways.
Okay.
But I still turn it off just in case I'm an idiot.
Understandable. Hmm. Well, just sort of looking through.
So yeah, this is World Cup waiting room right now.
Hmm. I'm just sort of looking here right now. Yeah, I
Oh,
believe someone in chat said that it's
it looks like things
3.2.
are
So
starting.
they're starting.
So
Okay.
Hiro and Benren are here.
But Ray isn't, which
Ray hasn't booted up a stream yet.
ah,
So Hiro is practicing the dancers.
hmm. Like I definitely recall like, the dances regardless of whether like you're surviving or scoring, it's like, you do need to like properly learn them because they can be pretty tricky.
Okay, so Benren is just on the demo, so we don't know who he's using yet.
Hmm. I think he's just sort of waiting for everyone else, I think.
Oh, by the way, guys, I haven't seen anyone complain about the volume, so I guess the volume is fine. Just asking.
Hmm. Well, I mean, it's like, yeah, that should be good. Yeah.
Okay, good, good.
Okay. So,
Ray, please start.
okay.
Yeah, that's hasn't that always been the case? Like, you can mostly hear the commentators and barely hear the game audio on World Cup streams.
Yeah.
Oh, his
I mean,
resolution
especially
is wrong. His
hmm,
resolution is wrong.
good gravy. I mean,
Wait, is he playing already? The timer hasn't even started.
um, I think he's just trying to get in some. Oh, wait, is he?
Yeah, he is doing runs, and his resolution hasn't even. I mean, the timer hasn't even started. His resolution is correct now.
Oh,
Uh,
good gravy. There really needs to be someone to watch for Ray's back. I think, like, just to
yeah.
mention like whether he should probably go or not.
Ah, all right. That's fine.
Oh, he says that he's practicing. Never mind. He's practicing. But either way, good luck, Ray. He's hoping everything goes good.
Yep. Good luck to everyone. Good luck to Ray, to Benren, to Hiro.
So it seems like he's going to be trying Aya Spring.
Yep, he's using Aya Spring.
This category. Yeah, so I guess this is like who he's going to be practicing with.
It looks like his PB is about 2 billion.
Okay, his PB is about 2 billion.
Actually, that's bad news, because, like, that doesn't even get any I score whatsoever.
Yeah, because I'm looking on Royal Flare.
He needs like 3.1 with Aya, as far as I'm going. I'll check again. I think it's 3.1 that he needs.
The highest score I see here is 2.7.
Yeah, that's hard mode though. Like his highest score is actually on hard mode, so that score is slow. Oh, it's 3.3 for Aya Spring. Benren is not playing. That's the demo.
Good gravy.
It's the demo.
Alrighty, so we should be starting in less than a minute now. So
yeah, we should be. It's 12:29 over here, which is 1 minute before my starting time in my time zone.
Well, it's 10:29 in here, and I got to make sure that I don't be so loud because I'm living with someone right now who's trying to sleep.
Okay, so Ray said he was practicing, so this should be okay. He's
okay.
Jamers.
Nice idle mouse, the background.
The demo player is obviously really good.
Okay, we're starting in 3, 2.
Japan has the most points right now. Yeah, that's true. Although the West is actually not far behind. We are not far behind.
I'll be interested in how China goes about it. So,
all right, it looks like the timer has started, and Hiro has started to run. Ray has started to run, and so is Benren.
Yep. It seems like
he's using Reimu Summer.
Yeah, Reimu Summer. Interesting. Well, I guess this gives us a real good different look into how HSiFS will be routed with these different shot types here then.
Also, yes, Hiro is by far the best player at this game who is currently in this match, so he's almost guaranteed to win. Unless something goes really wrong on his end, he will definitely win.
Yeah.
All right, thanks Gastari for fixing the title.
Yes, thank you, Gastari.
So, what they do in this starting bit is they will graze the mid boss in order to get to level 6 and release it point blank.
Yep.
So that cancels all of the bullets. You actually do the same strats with Autumn.
Right. Yeah, though with Autumn, it's like since you're able to get up close and all that, you're able to like just move around a lot more with a lot more versatility with canceling all the bullets and all that. You just got to be careful that once it ends, you don't have that intangibility that the release offers. So it's a matter of like controlling your speed. All right, so Hiro's already at the boss right now, so he's just gonna like use bombs, use that invincibility in order to like keep getting the grace from eternity up close.
Yep, she is mostly point blank releases, even with Autumn. Although with Autumn, it's possible to add some movement to it. So yeah, Hiro is manually grazing her right now and then releasing. It's in order to save bombs. It's fine if you die here. It doesn't lose that much. Like on a lower scoring route, you will actually suicide here in order to regain level.
Like usually to regain like the amount of bombs in order for you to just get more grays and more releases. So
Yes, exactly. That's why you suicide. And when your PIV is maximum, it's no longer worth it to die.
yeah.
Since at that point you will just spam release and the level's irrelevant. So yeah.
Yeah, so basically when like your PIV is at maximum, it's like every point value you get from the bullets is worth that amount. And yeah, as he said, it's like it's not worth it to really die, as it just suddenly becomes, oh, you can't miss anymore.
Yep.
So it's
Once
like,
your PIV
yeah.
is 500k, every single bullet you cancel. Uh, I have it muted. Let me have a look.
All right.
Oh yeah, apparently I do have it muted. It's odd.
That's weird.
Okay, there we go. It's unmuted now.
Okay, so both
Well, that's because
Ray
Hiro
and
is using Autumn. Okay, that's because Hiro is using Autumn. And well, Autumn is just overpowered. Like you can release so much and get like billions of score in this run. Like a high scoring Autumn run can go up to 7, 8, or even 9 billion.
like I believe there's
Insane.
already
Like they they use like 5 to 600 releases in a single run.
Alright. I should mention that Benren decided to restart after, like, I think it was like he was just sort of dying at eternity, and it's like he couldn't really route properly from all the deaths.
Yeah. If
I
you
feel
die
like the fact
too much, then yeah, you'll have to restart.
yeah. I feel like seeing like all these different routes, like all these different seasons being used for the scoring run is gonna make commentary a little bit complicated because like all the releases in this game have their own little different mechanics.
Yeah,
Like
the thing is, I don't know spring and summer. I only know autumn routes. So like, I can mostly just explain what Hiro is doing. So yeah, what he's doing here, for example, is he's releasing Nemuno, which gives insane amounts of PIV. Like the fight is starting now, and it's just crazy. Like you memorize the, the timings to release ads, so you can exactly follow the kunai spawners, and just you get
you
more
just
than
basically
30k PIV per release. Like it's just insane. There are no other words.
like it's just a matter of like circling her in order to just get all the the PIV
Yes,
from the bullets.
yes, it's memo. You circle her and make sure you follow the kunai spawn points, since that's since by following them you will cancel all of the kunais basically. And yeah, especially with a game like HSiFS, it's going to look easy if you don't understand the category. It's similar. It's similar to 10 Desires actually. Like it's way, way, way harder than it is.
Definitely. Like, you know, I'm also presuming like 10 Desires, it's like if you just die, that just completely butchers the run, and you have to like try and just restart from the beginning if like just one little thing doesn't go your way.
Yep, you'll have to use a backup route. So yeah, Benren and Ray are both still on Eternity.
Well, I mean, they both had to restart, like likely because like they died at some point.
Yep.
I will say it's interesting just sort of glancing over at Benren because like he's being really aggressive, being up close with the summer release and all that.
Yep. Since you can move around, and unlike Spring, it's a really small release, and you cannot increase its size. And the only way you can get a nice amount of PIV with the release is by point blanking. So Summer is gonna be mostly point blanking with the release, just like Winter actually. That's the same. That's similar strategy, but Winter's actually better than Summer because the release lasts much longer if you have a higher level, which allows you to get a lot more PIV from a point blank than Summer can. And that's why Summer scores really low. I think it scores even lower than Spring.
Alright, so Hiro already has maximum PIV, so he's just gonna be just using releases to just clear out all the bullets, get basically like from every bullet cancel, he's gonna be getting like the same amount of points as he would from like point items.
It's close, like when you cancel 10 bullets, that gives you the same as a point item, because every bullet is worth 50k. Yeah, exactly, it's 1/10. And that's why I said 10 bullets will give you 500,000. So 20 bullets cancelled is already 1 million. And there are so many bullets on Lunatic that you're going to cancel way more than 20 bullets. So that's why the score is so insane.
Alright, it's good to be clear on that, because that was like one thing I was a bit iffy of, like coming into this category, like the amount of points that you get from like bullet canceling. Okay, so still the fact that it's 1/10,
it's 1/10 PIV per bullet. So yeah, Hiro was going ham on Lily White just yet. Now he's gonna release this bit.
Yeah, he's not gonna shoot the fairies because that would mean that you know, they won't be firing the bullets anymore because they'd be shot down.
And Ray was grazing that fairy to fill to level 6, and now he's gonna use his really large spring release to cancel the entire screen, just like that.
Yeah, the release of
spring is Benren is on Nemuno. And well, yeah, Nemuno is not going to give nearly as much PIV with Summer. Like, as you can see, compared to Hiro, not having the movement is just a really big handicap. Like, Summer really struggles to get any PIV from this.
Additionally, it's the fact, additionally the fact that they're playing with Reimu, and it's like her bomb basically has to like cancel bullets like with every bullet from the bomb fired.
And yeah, that's another thing. Like, using Reimu makes it even worse because you cannot avoid dealing damage to the boss with Reimu's bomb, which is bad because you want Banish to last as long as possible so you can get more cancels. So her bomb is actually terrible for scoring. Yeah. So like Reimu Summer is like maybe the worst shot in the entire game for scoring on Lunatic.
Likely, but it also depends if they can reach the high score, which I believe is like a... You said before it was like a 30.2 billion, I think?
For Ray, it's he has to reach at least 3.3. For Hiro, he has to reach at least 6 million, but that's really easy for him. He's definitely gonna get well over 7 billion in this run.
Yeah,
Assuming he plays well. I can already tell from his pace. And
Yeah,
by the way,
wait.
here's this strat where you like release and move out of the lasers and then move back in, and it gives a lot of score. It gives like 250 million, if not more.
Like, we can definitely already see that, I think around this point, it's usually best not to really, like, attack the bosses at all. It's best to just sort of milk the bullets at this point, unless, like, you're off the bombs, which, you know, I believe Hiro actually, like, cleared that spell card in order to get a bomb piece for later use in, like, a later stage.
Yeah, he might have a safety bomb in his route. I don't know though. I have no idea what he has planned, but we'll find out as he goes on.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely looking like a very optimized Aya route, like...
Yep.
Very typical optimized.
He's the second best player at this game in the world. Only behind Sonitsuku, who has like super crazy and scary release routing with Aya.
You can definitely see that.
Sonitsuku is really far ahead of anyone else. He has a PB of 9.5 billion, which is by far the world record, as well as the only 9 billion, and then Hiro is second place with 8.397.
Alright, so Benren did a nice sort of Lily White clear with the summer release there. Like, you know, just kept being close to Lily and just used the release whenever, like, one of the waves that she was firing was going to pass over. Just going to pass over Benren.
Okay, it looks like Ray is also at Nemuno now, and yeah, Benren is at stage 3. He's gonna get you on now. And while dying does matter in HSiFS, actually, like every death once your PIF is maxed will cost you at least 25 million, and it's always more since you also lose at least one release when you die. And the reason it loses at least 25 million is because when you die, your power items are no longer going to count as point items, because that's a new mechanic introduced by this game. When your power is maxed, power items count as point items, and when you die, you lose power. So you also lose 25 million, since that is the score you would have gotten had those power items counted as point items. And you lose more because you also lose at least one. So yeah, dying bad.
Interesting.
The only reason you want to die is when your PIV is not maxed and you have to die to grace and to get bombs. So it's only worth it to die when your PIV is not yet at 500,000. And when you're at 500,000, dying bad. Remember that one.
Yeah, will do. Anyway, I guess it does really show in the Aya string route that's being played out by Ray also, since, like, Ray had to die a lot more times in order to get, like, a lot of PIV from Nemuno.
Yes.
And even then, he's still, like, way below the PIV given from Autumn, so...
Yes.
You know, it definitely shows how different the scoring is for each character.
Yeah, so here's the thing, with seasons like spring, it takes a lot longer to max out your PIV. So what that means is that dying is going to be worth it for a longer time throughout the run, which means spring has less resources to work with than autumn, if not much less. And it also makes it harder to clear. Since, well, in an autumn run, you are gonna have 8 lives once you enter stage 4, unless you made a mistake. And you want to finish with 8 lives as well.
In order to get the life bonus at the end of the game.
Yes, that's what it's for. And of course, to maintain the fact that power items count as point items, that's why you don't want to die. Looks like Hiro has already died. This one, but I missed it.
It looks like he's already died twice, so...
Yeah, he can no longer finish with 8. The best he can finish with now is 7, since you get an extent from Sasuno in stage 5.
Yep. Wait, he's still going on a very, very good pace right here, so...
Yep, Ray seems to be on a fine run. He's waiting for the optimal timing, and then that super satisfying full screen spring release. Oh, and then he rammed into the rice right there. Just after doing his release, he accidentally moved up.
Yeah, that's definitely a problem. So, Hiro is also right now on Narumi right now, which I believe they're going to be approaching the second spell. Now, I believe most people usually just sort of bomb through this second spell right here.
Yeah, this gives so little, it's... yeah, he's releasing and then bomb, yeah. Like, this bomb gives so little that it's not worth it to risk scoring it, especially on a life run like this. The only one who really scores it is Sonitsuku, or I guess Hiro. If he is not doing a live run, he would probably bother scoring it. Yeah, the mons are just really point blank as much as you can. But here's one thing about the mons, like, it's really easy to accidentally kill them, since it gives more score if you are closer to Nahumi, since that's where most of the bullets are. It's the same with On nons and Dancer nons and with Okina nons as well. However, if you go close too often, you are going to kill the non, since releases deal damage. So what you want to do is find exactly the right balance between being close and not killing the non. And that is one part of things being harder than they look in this game. Like, you have to be really careful with those nons. It looks very easy since it's just C, circle, but yeah, there is in fact thought into that.
Well, right now, Hiro is now on stage 5 after a, I guess, a relatively nice clear of Narumi? I'd say that was a nice clear of Narumi.
Yeah, Ray has maxed out his PIV right now, and yeah, Hiro is on beyond 7 billion pace. Like, I think this is beyond 7.5 pace even.
Alright. Oh, so also Spring can also max out, like, PIV, like, at least around stage 3 anyway.
Yes, it maxes out on stage 3.
Alright.
The only reason Autumn maxes out on stage 2 is Nemuno, because Nemuno Autumn is just insane, that's why.
I mean, yeah, I can just imagine just sort of chasing her around, like chasing all the Kuna. Benren really doesn't really seem like he's catching up all that much to, like, everyone else. Like, he's just sort of being, like, restarting on stages 1 and 2.
Yeah, Benren
like,
is
for a good while now.
Unfortunately failing a lot of his runs. He doesn't seem to be going too well. Although he's on Nemuno again now, his PIV seems to be better than last time. So hopefully he is gonna get a run to stage 4 at least. Ray is also on stage 4 now.
I probably should have mentioned at the start.
Nice to the opening section.
Hiro in stage 5 is basically focusing on trying to, like, maximize from all the bullets from all the enemies that he's close by to, as you do with Autumn. But, like, since a lot of the enemies here leave suicide bullets, specifically those yin yang orbs, you basically have to go around again in order to like clear out the bullets that they fire. So he's just making a nice little circle at every little group of yin yang orbs that appear.
Yes, exactly. What you do is you circle twice to also cancel all of the yellows. That section gives so much too. Like it's already over 5 billion into the dancers fight, which is like maybe 7.8 base, maybe 7.9. It's gonna be something like that. Or maybe even 8 billion, but that'd be pretty crazy if he could pull that off live, honestly. Although maybe it's easy for him, I'm not sure about his exact skill level.
Yeah, I think that would be pretty tight in order to get 8 billion at this point anyway.
Yeah, it would probably be tight. The thing is, I'm not sure how much his stage 6 fruits scores. That's why I'm not exactly sure. I can tell the pace by comparing the pace to my own 7 billion pace, basically.
Alright, well that's good.
Yeah, here you wait until the lasers show up and then you circle the thing. Here you can kind of alternate between the dancers, because otherwise you are not gonna get the level 1 release back. Ah, you just died.
Yeah.
This non is really tricky to score. Like you will want to skip it until you're like beyond 7 billion level, where it'll be worth going for.
Yeah, but I don't think we're on like 8 billion pace no more. It's definitely gonna be within 7 billion now.
Yes, obviously.
It should be mentioned though, you need to be careful when like you're dancing around the sisters like that. Well, no, they're not sisters, they're dancers. My bad. I briefly forget about lore for a minute. Anyway, when you're dancing around the dancers like that, it's like you really want to make sure that you get Mai, and no, not Mai, that you get Satano, and not Mai. Because Satano has the patterns that are more, well, they're more good for scoring, they're generally more easier to dodge. Whereas with Mai, it's generally a lot more of a difficult game.
They're better for scoring, like Satano's first spell just gives more score, that's why you go for it. I think for the second one it doesn't really matter because you speed kill it anyways. It's just not worth releasing because there are not enough bullets clustered together. And yeah, Ray is unfortunately having a lot of that, which means he's probably not even going to clear. Which is sad because if he were able to simply clear this run, he would probably get sufficient ice score.
Well, I mean, Ray still seems to be in the running anyway.
The spell instead of just one skipping it. I'm not sure why.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's just that he wants to save his life right there.
And he is good enough at it. Now he's using the bomb.
Never mind.
So you actually want to do the safe spots with Spring. It's really risky to do this because Narumi's movement is RNG. So you'll have to just side read it really close to her.
Yeah, I can definitely imagine. And Hiro is now on his way to stage 6 right now.
And stage 6 gives over 2 billion. That's why this run is actually 8 billion base at this point. Yeah, Ray is dying way too much in order to clear. I really don't think this can clear. You would have to suddenly God mode in order to clear.
It seems like Benren is doing a little bit better as he's now on own.
Yep, and Benren has also maxed out his PIV by now.
Oh, yeah, nice. So now he can be a little bit more willy-nilly with his summer releases, but I do think he still wants to, like, build them up to make sure that he doesn't completely run out. And meanwhile, Hiro on stage 6 just sort of, like, milking these fairies, like these big fairies that just keep firing out
いいわいいわ
all these bullets.
そうそうそう
And they also
Yes.
drop
死な
out
なけれ
bomb
ばいいから本
pieces
当に
when you defeat them.
そうそう
So,
下手に今は
like,
やらな
that
い方がいい
basically means more bombs going
その
into
方がよっぽど
Okina.
熱くなるから
Yep. He might skip a spell for safety. Maybe. I'm not sure what he'll do.
I do believe Okina does have some pretty brutal spells. Like generally, I know, like, I think it's Hidden Winter that's very hard to deal with.
The winter one is actually considered one of the easiest ones, together with the autumn one, because it's just static. Well, it can be made static using a specific strat, and yeah, there's Snowman. Snowman is indeed pretty crazy with the RNG if you're doing a survival run. It can do really bullshitty stuff.
無理絶対無理
So like, yeah, because like they're spamming releases, so it's a little bit more gain than loss then. Good gravy.
Also on a score run on Snowman, what you do is you actually use the invincibility
もう死なな
at
きゃ
the
いいよ
beginning of a
死ななきゃ
release,
いいよもう
so you can
別
dash
にいいだろ
through
気にすんな気にすんな
Okina's
しょうもないこと
hitbox to cancel most of the bullets. Yeah, for nons I just use circle and don't kill the non. The same deal as Naomi. You want to both be close to the non and not kill it, so you need to find the golden balance.
Alright.
あですよね
Oh, he died right
And
there.
it seems like Hero's really
Only
starting
two
to
lives
struggle.
left.
まあまあまあまあうん
Hero's really
大丈夫だ
starting
よ
to struggle at
I
this
think
point.
he's nervous.
勝ったことあるから
He's probably quite nervous because he is dying a lot.
最悪な最悪届くから大丈夫だよ
He had like 6 lives, now he only has 2.
大丈
Well, he is talking and laughing a lot, so like either that's really helping or that's not helping at all.
Ray has no resources left. Yikes. He'll have to rely on just releasing until he gets the bomb back.
Yeah,
Which he'll have
geez,
to
Ray
beat
is in
2
a
banners
pinch.
for. He really is. He'll have to beat 2 banners to get. Oh wait, this one gives 2 bomb pieces. Yeah, so he has to bomb back. He will want to bomb behind Festival though, so he can't waste his bomb here. Otherwise, he's forced to capture behind Festival with Aya Spring. That's not what you want to do. Oh,
Yeah, because
he could use a
build it
single
up in order
release
to
on
get
the
like a big
damage.
enough release.
Okay, good. He's past it, so he can bomb behind Festival now. He just has to not die like here or something silly like that.
So I believe if he dies here, his current score is basically cut in half.
当たったんや
So
もう
yeah,
何
that
も考
would
えずに
be
もうなくていい
that would be too good.
うん
And yeah, that's probably why Hiro is having a fun time.
It
I tend
definitely
to
sounds like
find it funny when I do terribly as well, so I can totally understand that.
well, I mean, I couldn't fully understand what he was talking about, but you know, it's nice. It's nice that he's finding a little bit of relief with that. Oh, geez, and Red game over.
Oh no. That is unfortunate.
F.
If he manages to keep his lives, this can definitely get over 3 billion because of how much stage 6 is worth.
Yeah. It always sucks when you push to the end of the game and then it's like, oh, you didn't do well enough.
He has enough time to do another credit though.
Yeah. We're past the half hour, though it also kind of depends that if he can just make this run the run that he can just make it with.
Hiro just died to
足りるか
that snowman strat where you dash
Yeah,
through her, which I mentioned earlier. Now he's just
Yeah.
finishing off the spell from the bottom, the safe way.
Like,
He
that's
doesn't
the
want to
one thing
bother
that
with
you
the
need
dash
to
through
be...
strat anymore, because he
足り
died
ない
to
よ
it.
ね
Yeah,
思った
that's the one thing you need to be sure with, like, Autumn, because it may be so powerful that you
Wow.
feel like you can just sort of crash through everything. You just need to make sure you know when it stops
1
and
回ずつも合わせたいから
Yes,
what you need to do after.
you want to know which level you're on, and sometimes you are just gonna get a different level than with another release, which can suddenly make your second one longer. And if you didn't predict that, then you might get in trouble. It's kind of annoying to
ちょっ
deal
と
with.
そう
Like
いう
you
こ
can
と
just
こよ
sometimes your releases will be better and sometimes they'll be worse, and it can just
とりあえず通しま
change
す
how long
と
your
りあえず通し
second one's I mean for how long your next one's gonna last. And yeah, this is 8 billion pace, I already knew.
Yeah.
He just has to clear basically for it to be worth quite a bit.
Yeah, if Ray runs out of time, that'll be really sad, but hopefully he doesn't. Like, we're rooting for
Yeah,
you, Ray.
hopefully he gets a run going. Okay, so Benren is on stage 5 now.
Yep,
He
he's
has
on,
most
like,
of
the
his
dance
life, so
right
that's good news. And yeah, Hiro should easily clear because he has a route memorized for the fall final, which makes it static. And like all of the dodges are made easy with that route.
Alright then. Well, okay, Hero's now on the final spell card, so I think in order for him to basically be in the
Mama,
clear,
Jika
he
mo
just
aru
needs to
nde.
try and no miss this spell card, which should be relatively fine because I believe the autumn final is generally considered easy to dodge. Generally.
Yes, and I just explained why. That's because there's a route that makes it static, and how that works is you make sure that the phase changes always happen at the exact same time, which makes all of the dodges exactly the same every time. So you can just memorize where you need to be for every wave, and there you go. It's 14 waves if I remember correctly.
Alright.
Not counting this first phase, which you time down in order to get the exact phase change.
Which I believe that phase changes now.
Yeah, he's
So the
on the
phase
second
changes.
phase. He's gonna enter the third phase bit. Probably gonna. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Yeah, he's
So-
definitely making this look pretty easy.
That's what you want.
微妙
So Benren has a full stock of lives. That's nice. His pace is really nice as well, as far as I can tell. It's good pace for summer.
Alright, nice. The hero clears the game.
Yep, that's 8.1.
はい
Since the clear bonus is
Oh,
really
yes,
small
also.
in this game.
Yeah,
That's
that was
amazing
pitiful.
going.
I was like,
8.1 life, that's pretty damn hard.
Okay, so we still have Benren on the dances right now. With full lives also. That's very nice.
His pace is really nice for summer.
Definitely.
Well, I'm not sure what exactly he died to. I don't remember all of the stats. Yeah, so every death loses a couple 10 millions. And then it also loses a slight amount of clear bonus. I think it's 5 million per life. So yeah, actually every death loses at least 30 million. It loses 30 million plus the amount that you lost from your lost release or multiple releases.
Alright then. So Hiro seems like he's
Winter
gonna go
is
again.
pretty... Okay, so Winter is actually pretty good. No one is using it, but Winter actually scores the second highest. And the reason why is because its releases last really long. So you can put a release on a boss point blank, and it'll cancel a lot of the pattern they are trying to fire. You can get way more PIV by point blanking with Winter than Summer or Spring can. Like, there's even a Winter run that scores 6 billion at this point.
Right. Okay, so it seems like Benren's sort of collecting himself right here. And Ray is just...
Yeah, I think he's calming down. He's probably nervous from his life count and pace.
Yeah, like that is...
It costs him time
really
though, so
high.
you gotta be careful.
Yeah, Ray is just... He's just stuck on stage 1, and I thought we were done with subterranean animism.
Yep, the essay early game is really evil. It's notorious for keeping players stuck there.
Yeah, I was sort of making a joke about that because we actually commented on that in the previous game. But anyway,
Alright,
yeah, it really
Benren's
seems like
going
Ray
for stage 6.
Yep. He's just going to be timing his releases for when the orbs pop up from the doors. You know, just making sure that he gets all the points. Well, not just all the points, but, you know, clearing out all the bullets that they have and just dealing with them in an efficient fashion. He's just gonna be... Yeah, it looks like he's just gonna be releasing on these fairies right here.
Yep, he's just killing them. And that's another example of why these seasons are just so much worse than Autumn. Because with Autumn, you would be able to not kill these fairies by circling around them, which delays the kill by a lot. You get to cancel more bullets that way, way more bullets. Also, yeah, this is absolutely solid pace that Benren is on. The thing is, I'm not sure how much score Summer actually gets on the Okina fights, but yeah, this is definitely gonna be way over 3 billion, maybe 4 billion, but I'm not sure if Summer can get that much on this fight.
Why do we suddenly have Keiki's beam? I mean, I'm not complaining. I really love Keiki's beam, but I guess they just kind of...
Oh, apparently he changed the music?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like Benren's in the moment, man. He's in the moment. Oh god, someone who's like doing Wabak scoring should really like also put on Okina's theme then. Or not. Okay, apparently he might be changing it back.
Oh, he paused?
Oh, no. He paused.
during
Never mind.
battle.
It's still going. It's still going. We still got the hype theme. We still got Keiki hype.
Summer is so bad at this spell. Like, that spell really just requires the movement. Oh,
Yeah,
he
he just
bombed at the last
F-bombed right
second.
there.
That's unfortunate, because that cancels out, like, the wave here. Oh yeah, he won. Oh yeah, so he actually used a bomb in order to put himself point blank there to get a higher scoring release than down there.
God, this is hype, man. Like, if he can clear this with like a full set of lives, that would be amazing.
He would have to capture the the infamous summer final for that, and that spell is so stupid.
Alright.
That would be crazy if he pulled off a cap with nerfs like this.
That would definitely be crazy.
Maybe he is really good at playing under nerfs, but I'm not sure if he would bother grinding the summer final for it, just for some decent cap rates. So he will probably just bomb it or die to it and also use bombs. Yeah, he's definitely gonna. He will probably just bomb it unless he has no bombs, and he'll probably die. So yeah, he's just trying to use his releases as close to Alpina as possible to get more points. And this spell he's not bothering with, he's just speed killing.
Oh no!
He rammed her. Yeah, so this is another thing you have to be really careful with on Alpina if you're scoring anyone but Autumn, her movement RNG. And that's what happened. He failed to read her movement RNG and got rammed by her.
Movement RNG is very hard to read anyway because it's like you're so up close and you can't really.
It's not worth it to suicide when your PIV is maxed. Because you lose a lot of score from dying, as I explained earlier.
I mean, I was mostly saying, like, you know, how hard it must be to do it anyway, and yeah, the repercussion is definitely going to be a bit chunky.
Well, yeah, that is true. The only way it would be worth it though is if it actually outscores what you lose from dying, and you lose more than 30 million from dying. So yeah, that's hard to outscore. What's he doing?
I guess he's just sort of. I'm just gonna assume he's gonna be just taking his breath. What was that?
Looks like his stream is frozen almost.
Uh-oh.
Oh, there he is. Good.
I guess he's just got a jackhammer where he lives.
Okay, this is gonna be a 3.3, yeah.
Yeah.
He's guaranteed to clear at this point.
You know, he's just gonna make sure that he doesn't lose too many lives on the summer last spell here.
Fortunately, dying doesn't cost too much here, since this is actually an exception to the rest of the run. Since at this point you are no longer able to release, which means and there are no more power items in the game. Which means that dying actually only costs you 5 million, since that's the amount that gets subtracted from the clear bonus. So dying really isn't a big deal here, which is good. Summer final is ridiculous.
And the fact that you can't really release here because lore-wise, this final attack is actually Okina stealing the season that you've been using the entire game, so...
Yeah.
That's actually pretty cool. That's kind of a cool concept, I think. So, he made it with 6 lives to spare. Nice.
It's almost a 3.4. Yep, 3.38. That's really nice. And it gets him high score, too.
Very well done.
GG to Benren. He has enough time to try for another credit, too. Meanwhile, Ray is on stage 3, and Hiro is still in reset hell, but he already has his credit, so he doesn't really have to worry about that.
I think at this point, Hiro is just sort of kicking back right now.
Hiro is still in reset hell, but he already has his credit, so he doesn't really have to worry about that.
Yeah, I think Ray is listening in to us. Oh well. Hi, Ray Stream. Alright, so now we can mostly focus on Ray here, I believe, who's currently on stage 3 right now.
Yeah, we're probably gonna mostly focus on him at this point. Although it's certainly possible that Hiro gets a run going. I'm not sure if Benren will still manage to get a run.
I think
there he
he's
is
just
again.
Yeah. He might do another run. I think he's just gonna ogle over his replay of his run for this.
Okay, so Ray was just point blank grazing Lily's lawn in order to max out. He's at 6 now.
Yeah, that was some nice point blanking. I'll say
I think
that.
he actually has to capture the spell because he wants to use his 6 here because this is really big, like this spot. He wants to wait and then full screen clear.
Nice.
That's the most satisfying release in the entire game for Spring, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that looked really satisfying.
It straight up gave him 100 million in an instant. And that's another 70 million right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so nice about the Spring release. It immediately maxed him out. It also gave him a lot of point items. Since that Spring release, it also kills all of the enemies, which means he is automatically collecting all of their point items as well.
I do believe like the Spring release is also one of the stronger releases in the game. So like
yes, that big one is gonna deal a lot. Is gonna deal a lot of damage. I think Winter is still stronger though, just because it lasts longer, and Spring is just it lasts like for a second, even at level 6. Yeah, this spell is just capturing because it's not worth it to release on, I figure. Yeah, like if someone is capturing something, it's just not worth it to release, and they have to wait for the pattern after it. Yeah, he's releasing this instead. Oh, he's moving all over the place to release this. He's trying to stay in the top corner and not die, so he can spam releases. Unfortunately, he died to it.
Alright, he can still get a life from
yeah,
Satano
he can get a life from
in stage 5.
He gets life from Satono still, so he is still at 8 technically. Because he will get 8 if he were to not die at this point. So here he just releases at the start, then he's supposed to capture it at the bottom. Unfortunately, he died yet again. That's probably a really silly mistake, because that spell is considered very easy for survival. So he probably just done goofed right there. Oh no, he's dying so much on, that's really unfortunate.
Yeah, this is really going a bit sour for Ray right here. And the thing is that there's not really much time left for him to like get in a bunch of resets. So
yeah, if he realizes that his credit is going badly though, he should reset before the timer runs out, so he can still try for something better. And since he has the stream opened, I think he knows the time, so he can probably time a reset if he's doing badly.
Alright then.
Think he at least has more lives than his previous time into stage 4?
Yeah, this could be more lives, yeah.
He died to this section last time. But now he seems to be surviving it though. Also, Hiro has another credit to stage 3 right now.
Matsui.
Yep, he's back on stage 3, just like he's going for the usual eye shenanigans, just
No.
plowing through all the bullets, all the enemies.
It was basically assumed that Hiro will win this match. No matter who would play, like even if I were to play, then Hiro would also get a far higher score than what I would get. And yeah, that is indeed what happened. I was the only one who was originally available to score this game, so I would do this just because I was the only one who could. Except I had to fill in for my home game 10 Desires because Flora is no longer doing it. So yeah, that's the reason why Ray is playing this category now.
Alright, well, he's definitely doing his best right here.
If I were playing here, then I would have learned like then I would have been practicing for 8 billion and use the 7 billion routes on World Cup, and I would probably get like 7 something. That's what I would be going for, which would give fairly decent ice score, but obviously Hiro would win by far. I'd never manage to beat that with the amount of time I have to play.
Yeah, like playing on the even hour, that's
Benren has 14.9 for ice score. No, I would not have beaten that. Like 7 gives you 6 ice score, I think, with Aya Autumn. Yeah, 7 gives you 6 ice score. I'm not sure what 7.5 gives. That might have beaten Benren if I were to get 7.5. I think Ray is using a lot of bombs to prevent himself from dying, so he can try for a clear. He's doing a lot of safety stuff.
Definitely good. Just try and focus on getting a clear.
He is going for the scary Narumi safe spots though. The first one is by far the easiest one, because she only moves after each wave, so you can predict that. You can just, at the end of each wave, you move out, and then you go back into the safe spots. That's also exactly what he's doing. But the reason the other nons are so dumb is because Narumi moves constantly, and it's random. Yeah, 1 billion is the final scoring extent, and there are also extents from 2 of the mid-bosses. The stage 3 mid-boss and the stage 5 mid-boss get extents. He doesn't have the bomb to skip the spell now, so you have to try for a capture.
Yep. And I mean, Ray's already passed stage 3, so... I was just saying, Ray's now passed.
You forgot what you were going to say?
No, I was... Like, I thought you were going to say something for a minute.
Alright.
Okay, so what I was going to say is, like, Ray is already past stage 3, so he can't get that one up from the Lily White mid-boss of that stage, so the only other one up he can get now is the Satana one up in stage 5.
Yes. He didn't die to the last non-safe spot strats this time, or the second one for that matter. That's really nice. He is able to clear at this point. He just needs to do like dancers really safe. He just needs, and yeah, try his best on Okina, and he might get ice score. You just gotta play it safe on dancers if he wants to clear this. Oh, he dies to the beginning bit immediately.
Yeah. Took it in the face.
I think he's considering resetting right now.
Well, I mean, it depends.
Yep, commentators are always gonna curse you. It's just how it is.
Yeah.
ふぅ。はあ。よし。
Yeah, well, I hope we haven't cursed him out of a reset there.
Okay, so he wasn't considering resetting.
あ、これ絶対足んね
He
えわ。
just
や
paused
っぱり
to
足らんかっ
talk
た
in
わ。
chat.
Ah.
あのお兄さん
He's really nervous right now because of his life counts. I know for a fact that Ray gets like super nervous on credits.
もう
I mean,
単
who
純に
wouldn't if you're
ふざけて
like
たのかな。
tied to if you're like tied to such a
まあそういう
strict
時もあるん
limit?
ですよ。
Yeah, yeah,
So, yeah.
yeah, that's true. The limit makes it even crazier.
いや、まあただただね、練
Okay,
習
so
を
he's
積めばいいんですよ。
grazing for
いや、
season
ノームと
items
スパー
there,
と若干違うと思
and
うん
he's
ですよ。
gonna throw a big release onto
あ、
the
芸人は、そ
lasers.
うですね。芸人はやめといた方がいいですかね。芸人ネタとかはいらない感じですかね。
Okay, then he's gonna get the one
ま
up
あせっか
here.
くの大会だしなみたいな。
Yep.
まあちょっと
Since
芸人力も
we
たまに
just
は。
don't skipping this.
Yep. Just skip it. Just get that one up. Just use your release on stages.
ダスペイ
Pretty
以外の
much.
芸人スコア
And play safe on dancers.
そりゃ
That's
そう
what
です
he
ね。
really needs at
そ
this
れはそう
point.
だわ。
Yeah.
No!
ちょっとふざけすぎましたか。あ、ですよね。いや
Gotta try giving.
まあ
Gotta try
こ
giving
んなペ
Ray
ース
some
でも
good energy. I
なんとか
think
なるでしょうみたいな。
like some good vibes.
ちょっとふざけすぎたかな。いや、ふざけてる
He's
つもり
gonna
じゃない
get locked
こっ
into
ちだ
these credits.
Ooh.
Don't see him
あー
resetting
もう
at this point.
適当になってるわ。もうダメだわ。よくないな。
Like I guess it's really hard to send good
If he
vibes
gets
when you
stuck, he
don't.
really should bomb.
よくないですよ。
あ、he's bombing.
そうですね。
Good.
練習
Please play safe.
ちょっとまあ練習ですよ。どうせ練習になるから練習そう。
Overestimated his own
今別に大会
iframes.
とかじゃなくて練習してる時なんて。
Like at this point, I would just reset anyway because like the timer is so.
I would reset if I were him. Because I only have 3 lives, and if I had a consistency that's this low on stage 5, I would reset for sure. Because yeah, now he can't reset.
Seems like he's actually beating his PB though.
まあこうなっても
Yeah,
ね、
he is.
こっから勝つんで、さっきあんなことしてましたけど、本当か
It's a
みたいな。
PB for him. It's not into
そうで
ice
す
score
ね。
though.
まあ
As
結
of
構
now,
練習やって
he
ますね。
has to make it to stage 6 for that. Okay, meanwhile, Hiro is also on
とりあえずスコア出
Narumi.
したから、
He's doing the
だい
safe
ぶ
spot
気抜い
stats
て
as
やっ
well.
てるわ、本当。
Yeah.
さっきから。ああ。
Yep. He's just gonna be balling through this. Just.
Oh yeah, that is true. If he were to restart with barely any
スコア出
time
す気ねえな、こ
left,
の人。
then he would have to
Yeah.
then he would have to make it through stage 1 on his
もう
first
帰れないで
credit.
すね。もう帰れないです
That's
ね。
a
ちょっ
good
とあれです
point
わ。
there.
真面目にやろう。真面目にやろう。
Especially if he's not
ここからで
consistent
も
at
被弾しな
stage
きゃ勝て
1
るん
or
ですよ。
yeah, that's the problem.
Alright. Yeah. I guess that is a problem. So. That he'd be biting a bullet either way.
余裕っす。
Yeah, what he'd have to do is reset
Well,
earlier, so he has
just-
some time to reset stage 1 on.
Alright.
Yeah,
芸人力をつける
just
か。
play it safe and
やめ
get
ろ
the 1cc,
やめろ
that's what he has
そ
to
れ
do.
マジでそうなる
Bomb
から
behind festival and stuff, just get that 1cc.
抜けてってくさ。
What are you doing? Just flying around the stage like that?
Just
いや、さっき
grazing,
の
I
ね、
suppose,
地
to
雷で
get
スコア
a
が
higher
方
level
は
for
ね、
this card, so he can do
2
that.
回目の方がスコア出してましたけど、自分は絶対2回
So
目
he
の方
can
がスコア
clear
出ない
out
と
the
思う。
lasers like that.
Alright. Just make it a little bit easier on himself.
Yeah, he just wants to cap
ふざけ
it,
すぎて、被弾しすぎても、
Pretty much.
落ちってるんで、余裕で。
and I mean cap with releases, of course, because the game counts this as a capture. Silly game.
Silly game. Okay.
Okay, he made it to
I mean-
stage 6, that's good.
そうか。いけないことねえな。
You can do it, dude.
いけないことはねえ
Yeah,
な。
you can do it. Even if you don't win this, it'll at least be a PB for you.
Play it
更新は
safe,
できる
play
け
it
ど、とりあえ
safe.
ずね。
Yeah, just
You can do
maintain
it.
this PB.
Play it safe.
あ、頑張ってる。あ、頑張ってる。もうさっきより口数が増えて
He's
る。
doing good so far.
He's on another run with solid pace.
余裕じゃないのに余裕が。
Oh,
This is gonna
Oh,
be
no.
really close.
yeah, if he even makes it to like late into the Okina fights.
Yeah.
Yeah, fortunately he has a couple bombs, so he will be able to
気合い入
bomb
れてい
skip
こうか。
Okina's harder patterns.
Hmm.
Yeah, so basically he has to try to make it to 3.3 billion before game over. If he manages that, he will get I score.
But at this point, I think he's just more concerned about the clear anyway. I mean, I would be more concerned about the clear at this point.
Yeah, that's true, but if he clears with less than 3.3, he's not gonna get points anyway. So the best thing he can do is just reach 3.3 billion at least. Yeah, he is really unlikely to clear given his probably not great consistency with this.
ですよね。
Alright.
はい。
Because yeah, he has said that he
知ってた
that he
って感じ
hasn't even made it to stage 6 yet
なんかさっき
until
は
this
許され
point.
てんなーって思ってみたけど。うんって感じ。うん。
Not sure how much he has practiced that, obviously.
いつかは
But
制裁が
like
下
he
る
is
だろう
really scared and stuff, so he's probably not at his best. I think Hiro died a bunch with Narumi's safe spot strats, probably. I wasn't really paying attention to his stats.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I was
Okay,
more
Ray
focused
made
on
it
Ray
through
first.
the first. Ray just made it through the second non. This spell is very easy in scoring, so this is a nice little breather for him. He bombs here. I think he plans out.
I think he's
He
just
has
gonna
planned
get a
out
lot
a
of
refill
grade
here
right
and
here.
then into a full screen clear. Yeah, that's what he's gonna do.
Yep.
Spamming his spring release like that. He's doing, yeah. Okay, he made it through the third non.
50はいかないか。4な
Yeah,
んだ。
this can he can still
Why,
get 3.3. He just has to not die. He can bomb skip this card if he wants, but he's trying to cap it.
君ら離れす
Like,
ぎ
I
he
think he
still
wants to
wants his
save the bomb
resources.
for like. I think he wants to save the bomb. Oh wait, he's still one. Never mind.
Yeah, he used it.
I figured he probably wanted to save the bomb for a different attack.
Yeah, he wanted to. Like, I would say that he probably would have wanted to save it for, like, the final, but
これちょっ
then again, he could have been saving it for,
Yeah,
like,
because he's going to be really nervous on Crazy Fall when. Oh wait, he's
Yeah.
getting Spring Final. Yeah. I'm so used to playing Autumn. I was thinking, yeah, he's gonna get the Spring Final, which basically guarantees that he won't clear.
1235678123456781234567812345678123456781234567812345678123456781234567812345678123456781234567812345678123456781234567812345678123456781234567812345678123456781234567812345678123456781234567812345678123456781234567812345678123456781234567812345678123456781234567812345678123456781234567812345678123456781234567812345678123456781234567812345678123456781234567812345678123456781234567812345678123456781234567812345678123456781234567812345678123456781234567812345678123456781234567812345678123456781234567812345678123456781234567812345678123456781234567812345678123456781234567812345678123456781234567812345678123456781234567812345678123456781234567812345678123456781234567812345678123456781234567812345678123456781234567812345678123456781234567812345678123456
just has to like get a lot of score from last non to do that. Wait, can he even make it to that high end? Okay, he bomb skips Snowman.
Yeah.
Now he's gonna have to release a lot on this non to make it to that points. Yeah, this is not gonna get enough score. Rip.
Damn.
Spring gives so few points. It's sad.
いや、その回転危ないから。
With a release so big, you'd think it'd be so, like, as big as it is.
This is kind of sad. Like, even if he were to somehow make it past the spring final, he wouldn't even have enough points. He literally doesn't get any ice score. He has 4 bombs and a life to deal with, to use on spring final. He can at least try.
It's gonna be really tight. I'd say
4
use up
bombs.
your
気力が起きなくなってき
all
た。
its dots. Okay, good. Use his release just
数気力が起きなくな
to
ってきた。
whittle Okina down
あ
in
い
the
つ死ぬ
final.
が下手した
Yep, he skipped the... And yeah, it indeed doesn't matter anymore. He would have had to use a different character. Like, if he had used Marissa, he would have had high score now. Because Marissa's limit is 3 billion. Flat.
スコア足してんのか本当に。
He however happened to use the character that has the highest threshold. Namely Aya. Okay, he's in phase 3, right? Okay, there's
Yep.
okay,
Got 3
there's
bombs
that.
left.
He has 3 bombs to tank through phase 4.
Okay,
the
got a
first
bit
one.
scared right there.
That's the second bomb.
Yeah, that's the second bomb. It doesn't seem like Okina's really whittled down all that much. Third bomb. Yeah, that's still a bit of a health
Yeah,
bomb
he'll
right
have to
there.
get a really good wave now if he wants to clear.
Yeah. Yes, he
There
managed
we
to
go.
make it at least.
Cleared.
He managed to make it.
いいでしょ
Nice. I wish,
Alright.
勝ってる
had he been playing literally any character but Aya, this would have gotten him I score.
Yeah, like I think
Can
maybe
you
like
make
if he
Red
played
Singer
あ
clear?
ー
like
Doesn't get any score unfortunately, but
あれだわ
Reds.
短時間で2回通すの初めてだから割と来るものが
yeah, as you were saying, yeah, he probably should have played another character like Marissa or Emu, but oh well.
まあまあまあ忘れ
Alright,
なくていい
it's over for Ray now. Benren and Hiro are still doing their final credits.
Yep.
So Hiro is almost at Okina again.
Yep. He's almost at Okina. He's just sort of milking these fairies right now.
Yep. Just yet, while Ray was on spring final, I saw him doing the dancer's final spell strat, which is pretty damn tricky because you want to release on the left of Satano. So you basically eat all of the lasers. Like the lasers will move into you and will constantly give you separate cancels, which gives a lot of score. While if you cancel out the spawn point of a laser, then the entire laser is gone instantly, which gives way less. So that's why you want to sit to the left of it. And it's tricky because if Satano's movement RNG is bad, she will actually block out that strat entirely. Like if she keeps moving left, then you literally cannot do it. It's just dumb.
いけたけど
And it's pretty hard as well. Like the movement you need to release it optimally is kind of tricky because the 2 dancers are both there and moving around randomly.
またレーザーに光かけた
Yeah, like that. It's definitely tricky, sort of dealing with that random movement.
Even with Alton, you'll have to deal with it.
So right now, Hiro is just sort of milking Akina's first spell card here.
あ無理か
Which Alton's the only one that can milk the first spell.
足りない気はしてたんだけどね
Yeah, like
まあいいや
compared to his PB, he did like really good. Like Ray knew he would not be able to get to get some nice ice score, so he just tried for a really good run for his standards, which he got because he PB'd by over 1 billion. So so Ray did a good job for his personal gain.
Yeah, I think like for his personal game, it has to be admired. He might not have won this, but you know, at least he won something for himself anyway.
上がるよね。そりゃ上がるわ。そりゃ上がるわ。ああ、まあね、そういうこともあるでしょう。
Oh god, my hand's starting to go numb here. Right.
頑張ります。よいしょ。
It really seems like Hiro's just having a really good time, just sort of talking about stuff.
あ、お願いします。
Yep.
お願いします。
Unfortunately, he is again at
ダメだわ。
2 lives.
夏通常があかんわ、マジで。
Oh yeah, true. It would have actually been beneficial to us if we didn't even participate, because then the winner gets only 1 point.
Alright then. Well, I guess there's that.
Yeah, that's some galaxy brain strategy right there, to not participate in order to be closer to Japan.
The best way to win is to not win at all.
楽しいよ。
なんか
やってたらだんだん楽しくなってきた。
And this only happens because someone quit anyway, because Flora dropped out of TD. That's the only reason this happened.
Good gravy.
わかるか、あれ、だからあんなテンションやってたの。
Yeah, we still are, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah. It's still going.
Hero's not bothering with the spell either.
Like, you just gotta keep circling around all of these nons.
Well, I am using a built-in mic, it's all I have. Unfortunately, I have yet to get myself a proper mic again.
なんで急にこの人所要情報し出したんですか。天空将さんなんで急に起こし始めたん
I'm
ですか。
just gonna say that I'm
殺す気ですか。
using an internal mic also, so I guess that goes to show how different manufacturing can be.
Yep, there's another attempt at the dash through her strats on Snowman.
Yep.
Let's see if he captures it this time.
Alright.
Yep. You wanna make sure you do another half circle after you dash through her to make sure that you are able to stay close.
やるの。
Ah,
メン
that's
タルが持たないんだけど。
rammed by that right there. So he was trying to stay close, because like, you have to stay close.
やれって。すいませんでした。
The iframes from a release are really
すいません
short.
でした。
So if you try to dash through her from afar, you will die to it because your iframes run out.
ちょっと。ね
And he rammed Opina as well.
Yeah, this isn't looking like a
He's
good
not
run.
careful now, he might not clear.
I mean, I guess he could still clear, but it's like... I mean, I don't know how else he can really go far beyond the score he already set right now.
Except, yes, the ice score is taking seasons into account. The threshold Ray had is 3.3 billion, which is why I said that if Ray played anyone except Aya, he would have had ice score. Because the others are 3.2, 3.1, and 3.0.
Yeah, definitely.
I think Hiro Yeah, Hiro's on pace for beating his current score. He just has to not die.
Oh, wow. Okay, never mind what I said then.
We're right here already.
Wow. Think this will be a PB for him, or... No, wait, no, it probably won't be a PB.
It won't be. Not even close. Because it's like 200 mil too low. And this final gives almost nothing. Like, most of what you get here is the point items that this thing spawns at the end, which is like a few 10 millions, but yeah, it's not. That will give him 8.2 something when he clears.
Right.
It's very nice run
he's
though.
Now on the...
And yeah, he is very consistent at this card, because like I said, he makes it static. And yeah, we already expected Hiro to win this from the get-go. Like, that was pretty much given his skill level.
Yep. And already, Benren is now on to stage 6. So he's about to wrap up his run here also. He's on the same amount of lives as he cleared before last time.
Yeah, he is. Yes.
Is he still on a pace to like beat the score that he set though?
Yes. He is already past it.
Alright, that's good.
And yeah, to the untrained eye, it might look like he is just dodging, but literally every single dodge he makes here is planned on Fall Final. It's all route.
Alright.
No, probably not. Unless if I were to get like a high 7, then I would have then it would have been possible for me to beat Benren, but I think I'd probably just settle on a 7.5 instead for World Cup. Since I didn't actually have to have that much time to learn an 8 billion strats for this game if I were to play it. So yeah, congrats to Hiro for that run.
Yep.
8.24.
Hiro rewarding himself with some Idol Master, and now we're here with, Okina with Keiki's theme.
Oh, Benren is doing the Keiki meme again.
Wait, Keiki meme? Let me in on this.
I mean, the meme that he doesn't have the OST playing for this bit.
Oh, that meme.
It's
Okay.
pretty mean.
I mean, like, look, hot take here, I kind of prefer Keiki's theme over Okina's final boss theme, so...
Is that a hot take? I don't know.
That is a good question. Because I have heard some people say that they kind of prefer this theme or that theme and all that. I don't know the general common consensus.
I don't know either, that's why I was asking, is that a hot take?
I'll probably have to run a poll on that, maybe. Like, run a poll, like, whether you prefer, like... Yeah, I'll do that after this. Because right now it seems that, that Benren's still on pace in beating the score that he set for here.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the space, since, yeah, I'm not familiar with summer pace. But yeah, this may or may not be pace to beat this run. It definitely looks good, though. Like, this is absolutely good pace. Yeah, Summer just scores so low that 3 billion at this point is actually great for Summer.
Alright, just getting her down to like just a little bit of HP before he just sort of.
Yeah, so he can milk it.
Yep, keeping the milk coming.
Then he bombs to allow for another point blank release right there. And a second one.
Yep.
And then he kills the non, because that's just what using Reimu is like. Like, say he was using Aya, he would have been able to use the bomb on the edge of the screen so it doesn't damage Alpina, and he would be able to keep milking him on it. But Reimu is bad at scoring because she kills attacks with her bomb. Oh hey, it's the Utsuho copy pasta in the chat right now.
Oh my god, this is an actual copy pasta? Oh my god.
Yes, that's copy pasta.
Oh no.
It's pretty well known. I think it came from Reddit, or did it come from YouTube comments? I forgot.
Of course it came from Reddit. Ugh. Sorry, not a big fan of Reddit.
Oh, BJW made it. I see, I didn't know that.
Huh. Alright.
It's copy pasta time, I guess, because it's nearly the end of the stream, so people just start memeing.
I mean, hey, it's very late. It's very late, so... I
in
guess
America,
like...
it's really... in America, it's like early at this point, because it's already morning in the East Coast, at least.
Well, I live in Australia, and it's just approaching midnight right now, so...
Right, if you're in Australia, then it's really late, yeah. I was kind of thinking you were talking for America, because yeah, in the West Coast it's super late right now. That's why I thought you were referring to America. But yeah, if you live in Australia, it's late as well. And yep, Benren has passed his score. He's gonna get a 3 points forward guaranteed, even if he dies.
Nice.
Because the items, they give a lot.
Yep.
If he were to cap the spell, it would barely give anything. Yeah, you're just gonna fail this one. You'll have to accept it. The spell's stupid. Yeah, this won't beat Hiro. He's not exactly close to that. He did great though.
Yep, that was a very
3
good...
points, yeah. So those items are about 30 mil, like I said, and his clear bonus is also 30 mil, because he has 5 lives. Yeah, that's a 3.459. That's very nice. Very nice.
Yep, all very good, honestly, yeah. Like, very glad that he made it. So... that's gonna wrap it for this week of the Touhou World Cup. Next week we'll be starting off with UFO survival.
Yep, that was the final stream for this weekend, and indeed next time we're gonna have UFO survival, for which ZPS will be playing. He has been practicing a lot to get an LMB NV in that, so I am really curious if ZPS will be able to clear on stream, since you need an LMB NV level run to get I score because of the 5 miss rule. 5 miss is the highest number of misses you can get that's worth anything. So ZPS has been grinding UFO survival a lot because his skill level was not actually up to that point at first, but he is making sure that it will be by next week, basically.
All right, then. Well, I might see if I might turn up for that. I've now learned that, the time for all of this is now 3 hours ahead, so I might be able to make some time to, come in and see about that, maybe. anyway, that should do it for now. So I guess we should call it a wrap here.
I might stay for a bit and then end the stream, but you're free to leave if you want.
All right then. Yeah, I might just sort of leave right now. It's actually really late. Like, Mom might not like me talking all that much. So I'll definitely catch you all next time. So I'll see you guys later.
See ya, Gray, and it was nice to have you here. All right. So yeah, I forgot this. I forgot what the schedule was. Again, wait, I'm gonna disable the window real quick so I can use my browser. Let's have a look. The schedule. Which runs for next week again? Oh yeah, so first we have UFO survival, then we have TD survival, and then GFW scoring. For TD survival, we are going to have lab playing for the West. In GFW, we have the Goth playing, and then on Sunday we will have UFO scoring, for which ZM will play. We have DDC scoring, which doesn't have a Western player, and we have Wabog scoring, which Borealis will be playing for the West. Yes, next weekend. Yep, no one is doing DDC scoring here. The only one that we could have in DDC scoring are Mino and Borealis, but Mino wanted to do PCB survival and Borealis wanted to do box scoring, so that's why we have no one for DDC. It's kind of similar to the HSiFS situation, because I am the only one who would be available for it, but I was playing TD already due to the already explained circumstances. So yeah, that's why we basically had no one, and we asked Ray to do it, and he said yes. Anyway, I'm gonna quit the stream as well because it's lunchtime over here. I'm really hungry. So yeah, it's been nice to commentate this. I don't think I'll be commentating anything else because this was just a category that I'm familiar with. So yeah, that's why I opted to do this stream. Unfortunately, things were going so fast. I was switching between the runs all the time, so I wasn't really able to explain a lot of the strategies, which is what I would have liked to explain more stuff, but since the runs are constantly ongoing, it's just too fast to fit explanations in. Well, I'm just nitpicking on myself. It's fine. And yeah, Gray, it was nice to have you there. You did a fine job as well. I probably won't come back for yeah. So yeah, please enjoy the rest of the World Cup. I probably will be on chat though, so I'll see you guys next weekend. I might start a 10 Desire stream in a bit, maybe. All right, bye guys. Until next weekend for UFO survival.